I seem to have a very average size head, so I can kind of buy whatever, which is great.
Having an average size head. I think I probably have a big head because hats don't really fit.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, and when I was little, you know those pictures? You probably had one. It's you, and then they've superimposed you again, like up in
Well, the
the.
side face?
Yeah, that was mine, and my uncle called me Moonhead because it looked like a full moon above.
Oh dear.
Welcome back to Words About Stuff, a podcast where I talk to awesome people about the stuff they love. This is part 2 with Brenna, where we talk about hair loss, wigs, and Schitt's Creek. If you missed our adventures in part 1, the link is in the description. And without further ado, this podcast is for awesome people by awesome people. So, what makes us awesome today? I have to think of my answer. Uh,
Reconnecting with an old friend?
yes, okay, you get that one. Now I can't do that one.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's maybe I can steal it. No, I know. I was okay. So last night I was like, no, yesterday? When does the story start? Let's go back in time. Okay, yesterday I was feeling tired during the day and I was like, I could keep working or I could take a nap. And generally, I can take a nap and then still sleep all the time forever again. That's a superpower of mine. Yesterday I took a
Nice.
nap and then at night I didn't sleep anymore. And I was like, oh my God. And when that's happening, I try to, because if you just get more worried about it, it's still, you're never going to sleep. So
No, absolutely not.
I just watch shows that I like and I'm doing whatever. Eventually, I realized I need to reset. That's another thing I can do. I go eat and then brush my teeth again and then come back to bed and then I fell asleep. But what made me awesome was not beating myself up and realizing it was going to be fine. Even if I didn't really sleep, what the hell's going to happen? I'll be a little more strange, but that's okay.
Yeah, not too different than a normal day, right?
Yeah, and then I could take another nap and make this keep happening. That would be also probably fine. I'm just also privileged in that I don't have to drive anywhere or be
Right.
at work for 12 hours but I have designed that carefully so that I
Yes.
can take that nap and then not sleep as well and then figure it out again later.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
And you're very brave coming on here. How did you decide you would do this?
Sometimes I have nights where there's energetic Brenna, and she likes to agree to doing new things and doing things that might cause like a little bit of like nervousness, but push through. And then days later, less energetic Brenna is like, oh, but it was for you, so I was not going to back out. So I just thought, I
Yes.
don't know. I've I don't even watch podcasts very often, but I keep thinking I should, so that also kind of tied in like, oh, well, I can be on one. Okay.
Yeah, that will pique my interest.
Yeah. And I'm a talker. Like I said to you earlier, like, what if I talk too much? And you're like, it's okay. That's not a problem.
And it's so fun. I like to see. So, this is like an experiment, right? This podcast. It's really so I can talk to people I haven't talked to in a while because I find everyone I know so interesting and I want to know more about it. But everyone has the same things they say at first, right? I'll be like, hey, do you want to come on this podcast? They say, well, I don't have anything to talk about. And I'm like, you do. You're
Yeah.
interesting. I hate to tell you this. You're interesting. And
Yeah.
they say, what if I talk too much? And I'm like, this is beautiful.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And that does make you awesome coming on here. That's very
Well,
good.
that can be my thing then. That makes me awesome today.
Yes, it
Pushing through
does.
the little bit of anxiety and coming on. Although I was very glad when you said it wasn't recorded live.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so if they say something completely idiotic, it can just be like, "Er."
Yes. And I don't even know how to do it live. It would be so much less work to do live because it would be out there and I could be like, well, whatever I said, I said.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, ooh, should I leave that in? Should I? The answer is generally yes. When it's something weird or stupid I'm doing, I just think it's funny. I leave it in. And what makes the audience awesome is liking, subscribing, and sharing the podcast.
For sure.
Maybe they comment with their favorite hairstyle. I don't have one. We'll get there. Now I'm going to share my screen for the main event. Let's see. Well,
What's the main event? Ooh.
how do I? It's a game I made about wigs. Why
Ooh,
is there a line on the who cares? I'll edit it out in post. I say that every time. I'm like, someone will edit it out. It's me. And later
it's
when I hear that, I'm like, screw you. Screw you recording, Amy. Making me do work.
oh my goodness, it's Moira Rose.
Hell yes. As I was making this, I remembered Moira Rose, my favorite.
Oh,
You've seen Schitt's Creek, obviously, right?
oh, absolutely. She's the reason why when I had to start wearing wigs, I wasn't as embarrassed because I feel like she normal. I mean, in a quirky way, she normalized it.
Yes. Oh, I love that. So, the main topic is learning to love wigs. And you can go into as much detail or as little as you want, but I'd love to hear your perspective on this. It's something I know nothing about. So, myth, fact, or it depends. So, underneath each of these Moiras is a question or a sentence. I forget what I have put under here, and we can
Okay.
decide if it's a myth, fact, or it depends.
Okay.
I didn't number them.
Yeah, just go left to right or something.
Yes. This one looks like a mullet wig
Oh
of
yeah,
some
that's
sort.
that's that's not her best look, I would say.
I think this was her, maybe she was having some sort of drama and she wanted to express that through her hair.
Probably,
This
probably.
one is people can always tell, oops, people can always tell when someone is wearing a wig. Myth, fact, or it depends.
Myth. I have had people compliment my hair, and then I'm an oversharer, so I like to blurt out that it's a wig. And I even had one who was a hairstylist say that she couldn't tell. It wasn't
Oh,
this one, it was a different one. And she said, usually I can spot them. She's like, but this one was really good. And she's like, I had no idea. So, yeah, definitely myth.
that's so cool. And I can say from my experience, I can never, it never occurred to me that people were wearing wigs. I didn't even know what extensions were. I know nothing. So whenever someone's like, oh, that's a wig, I'm like, oh, like even drag queens sometimes, I was like, wow, their hair's really nice. So I know that I can never tell, but I agree with you. I don't think most people can tell. And if they can, why are you like scrutinizing?
Yeah, the worst is when I hear from people in like my Facebook groups where people will be like flat out just saying to them, like, I can tell you're wearing a wig. And it's like why? Like, why are you doing that?
That goes to the larger conversation of when did people get the idea they need to comment on other people's bodies?
Yeah. You're allowed to have thoughts in your head that
Yeah.
don't have to come out of your mouth.
And not even just out of your mouth, out of your fingers, where you then have to hit
Yeah.
send. What?
Yeah.
There should be a
Yeah.
layer there.
There should be time for you to think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it has a little timer when it's like, are you commenting on someone else's body? You don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
All right. The next one, I don't remember this next wig, but
This one is when she's in the closet and then there's a fire or whatever and she has to
okay.
be dragged out. I forget what she was upset about, something. Wigs are itchy, hot, or uncomfortable.
I would say this is an it depends.
Mm.
If you get I would say like for mine, I have decent quality ones. They're not human hair. They're not like $1,000 wigs or anything, but um, for the most part, I don't find them itchy or uncomfortable. In the really bad heat, I don't tend to wear them. I tend to wear a really thick headband because they can get hot. But
Yeah.
a lot of the ones like this, they have what they call open wefting. So where the hair attaches, like there's little gaps in it with like an elastic material, so airflow can actually get in.
Oh,
So it makes
okay.
it a lot less likely for you to overheat. But yeah, if you I think with ones that are a bit lower quality or just the wrong style for people, um, or if somebody has like a completely bare bald head, it's probably harder to find one that's not itchy. But the ones I have are not any of the above. But I know people
Yeah.
do sometimes struggle. So this is definitely an it depends.
Well, and it could be if you have sensitive skin on your head, or
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
have like a Spirit Halloween wig, you might
Yeah.
have found it itchy.
And even if like if your head's a little larger than average and you have an
Mhm.
average wig, it might fit a little snugger, so that would be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But they do make wigs with bigger diameters. They make wigs for petite heads too. So
What?
I
That's so
seem to have a
cool.
very average size head, so I can kind of buy whatever, which is great.
Having an average size head. I think I probably have a big head because hats don't really fit.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, and when I was little, you know those pictures? You probably had one. It's you, and then they've superimposed you again, like up in
Well, the
the.
side face?
Yeah. Or like this
I'm
one
just
is the side and this one is the front. That was mine, and my uncle called me Moonhead because it looked like a full moon above me.
oh dear. Yeah, I definitely had one of those as a baby, and my head was and my face extremely round. So I'm
Yeah.
sure I was a moonhead too.
What were people doing? They were like, ah, this looks good.
Do you remember in elementary school where one of the backgrounds was like layers, like laser beams or something in the
Oh, they still
background? That was a
have it.
like, oh, they do? That's
Yes,
amazing.
here the school photos are like this huge industrial complex. Like it's crazy. It's not just the school doing it, it's like its own company. They email you for 15 years afterward. Like, do you want your son's grade 3 picture? I no, I got it.
Oh,
It's
I'm getting
okay.
that from a place. Yeah, there's a place that I just got one that's like your photos are going to expire, and I was like, oh no, and then it was like from 2019, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
It's like I
I
got
already
it. I
have it.
screenshotted it. No, I do buy them if I'm
Yep, I do.
supporting a
Yep,
photographer.
yep.
If not, then we'll see. But yeah, they have that, and they have the ones here are hilarious. I should see if I can find a thing. Some of them are like a huge American flag, right? Like some of them are just
Oh,
wild.
oh, jeez. I remember one that looked like paint splatter, like a
Yes.
white wall with paint splatter.
But ours were real, right? Like they would change the background behind you.
Yeah, yeah,
Now I think it's green screen.
yeah, exactly.
So it could be anything. It could be an eagle eating the Statue of Liberty or whatever nonsense. This one is green. I don't remember this wig, but it's cool. Green wig, Moira. Hair loss only affects appearance. What do we think of that?
I'd say myth because I think for a lot of women it affects self-esteem as well.
Mm-hmm.
And for men too. Like even though hair loss maybe is more acceptable to men, it doesn't mean the individual man is happy with it.
Yeah.
Especially depending on what pattern the baldness is. So no, definitely a myth. I've
Yeah.
noticed a lot of people in my group. Luckily for me, I've had a lot of supportive people around who find it cool that I was just very open from the get-go. Like, and I have my dresser full of wigs, and I joke that it looks like Cousin It from the Addams Family is hosting a family reunion on my dresser table. But no, I know a lot of people it really does affect their self-esteem, and for women, their femininity.
Yeah.
For men, I think it can even be their masculinity, and yeah, so no, definitely myth.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
I think I remember the next wig.
The one in black. Yeah. I forget what it was, but iconic, all of them. Taking care of wigs is easy. Myth, fact, or it depends.
I'm gonna put this in a it depends. Because I find taking care of all of my wigs that I have are synthetic. So they're synthetic fibers. They feel really soft and feel more like real hair. And so say this one that's very wavy. When I washed it, it just pops back up exactly as wavy as it was before. But if you have a human hair wig
Mm.
and you wash it, it's just like human hair. If it had wave in it, the wave comes out. You have to restyle it. You have to make sure it's not getting frizzy, just like real hair. Some longer wigs, the longer, even if it's a synthetic, if it rubs against your clothes, it can get kind of like fuzzy, and then you have to apply heat. So this goes between myth and it depends, depending on which type of wig you have.
That's so interesting.
Human hair wigs, I would say it's myth. For
Yeah.
synthetic wigs, it depends.
And for synthetic, do you like wash them with shampoo or soap or you don't have to?
There's a special shampoo for them. You just
Oh.
the one I have, it recommends you just keep it kind of dangled over the faucet, and then you just kind of like lightly rub the shampoo in, and then you rinse it. Like they don't want you to soak it. You don't have to
Yeah.
like, really lather much. And you don't have to do it very frequently. Like they say, like if you wear it all day, every day, maybe every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never do that. I have so many. Or if it just starts smelling like a hat.
Right. And how many people wear their hats and never, ever, ever wash them? Because as soon as you
Yeah.
wash a hat, it's messed up. At least when I
Yeah.
do it.
Over, yeah. Actually we have a thing. It's like a mold, and you put your hat over it to keep the shape, and you actually washed in the top of your dishwasher.
Okay. See, I don't have that kind of technology. I just put them in the washing machine and they got messed up. This episode is brought to you by museums. They are one of my happy places and an awesome air conditioned activity for the summer. Did you know there are multiple ways to get into museums for free? Number one, libraries have passes to museums. Not all museums, not all the time, but in every city we've lived in, there is a museum pass or city pass or something pass that the library has that applies to 3 or 4 different cool museums around. And usually it has admission for 4 or 6 or whatever. So you get to, one, go to the library, participate in some cool thing there, and two, go to a museum for less or free. Win, win, win. Number 2, if you're in the US and you are part of SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, and or you have an EBT card, electronic benefit card, you generally qualify for the Museums for All program. It's very cool. It helps people with low income, therefore qualifying for SNAP, to go to museums for very little or free. Even museums that cost $30 a ticket, often they will only charge $3 a ticket if you show your EBT card and your ID. Museums for All, amazing. Number 3, this is the only time I will say anything good about Bank of America, because personally, I think they suck. But if you have a Bank of America credit card, in the US at least, the first full weekend of every month is the free museum thing. Call the museum ahead and make sure they're participating. And it is only for the card holder. It's not like the library pass or Museums for All, where it covers several tickets. The Bank of America is just for the person with the card. General admission, but that's free and that's cool. Number 4, free days for locals or discounts for locals, or just free days in general. Some museums are free from 3 to 5 on Wednesdays for everyone, or different things like that. So call up your local museum that you want to go to and ask, do you have discounts for locals or do you have discounted days? They'll tell you they want people to come. And last but not least, my Canadians, I haven't forgotten about you. There's a thing called the Canada Strong Pass from June 19th to September 7th. The Canada Strong Pass does free admission with Parks Canada, discounts on overnight stays in Parks Canada, free or reduced admission at museums and galleries, and free or discounted travel with Via Rail. Can't beat it. You can get into a lot of different things for free. I'm going to link all of these references in the description, so head over there for more information. And while you're at the museum, you'll find at least one awesome person with a passion for a strange subject. You'll see something cool, you'll learn something new, and you'll be out of the heat. So go to a museum this summer. And now back to the episode.
Now, the last wig you have here where she kind of looks like a female pope, I
Yes.
remember that.
Oh, that was the wedding episode.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. And this, by the way, the Pope hat here is hair.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. This
Great
is
Moira.
wigs are only for people with hair loss.
I think that's a myth.
I think so too.
I think that some people who just like, especially in certain communities, like they'd like to, maybe their hair, they feel like it's out of control, so they keep it very, very short or shaved, and they wear the wigs for fun, or to boost their self-esteem and everything.
Yeah.
They're used more for people with hair loss, but I would say no, this is a myth. I've definitely seen people where or maybe they just have slightly thin hair and they want to have the chance to have really, like, I've never had thick hair since I was like probably 10 years old. So if I wasn't dealing with hair loss, that's why I used to joke like, oh, I should just shave my head and wear different wigs. And now I'm like, someone heard that and said,
They're like,
okay.
okay, that's the one. We're gonna grant that one. You're like,
Yeah,
wait.
we're gonna make her lose her hair. So no, this is a myth. I've seen people, they just either have thin hair, short hair, choose to shave their head. Good example is in Wicked, the Wicked Witch of the West. The actress had her head shaved, and they had the wig of those braids on them. Some people are like that in real life too. So
Yeah.
myth. This one I like because the headband is actually attached
Oh,
to the hair,
cool.
which made it more affordable.
Yeah.
And you can also even adjust at the back if your head's a bit smaller. So it's like, and it like, because they didn't have to worry about a part line, a hairline, and everything, it was much less expensive than other good quality wigs.
That's so
So
cool.
I ended up buying one in the second color too.
Oh, yes. Then it's an accessory.
That's exactly how I decided to treat them. I decided that if I shared my story online, maybe it would help someone. And also, I wasn't going to try to hide it because I thought instead of viewing this as something I have to try to hide in disguise, I will view them like a handbag, like
Yeah.
choose your wig depending on your outfit kind of thing.
Yes.
So
That's so cool. And there are a few YouTubers. One I can think of for sure. Swoop. She's a YouTuber, and she wears purple hair for one of her channels and blue hair for the other channel.
Oh,
And
cool.
I thought like for at first I was like, I feel like I need to do that because I can never make my hair look the same. I'm not trying. It's just this is what it is. So like one day it'll look like whatever. Like you said with natural, sometimes it's curly, sometimes it's
Hmm.
straight, sometimes it's just a big ball. Like
Sometimes it's
whatever.
like everywhere, and
Yeah. I can't control it. We just go with it. And I thought if I just wore wigs every time I record, it will be the same every time.
yeah, it's
But then
true.
I was like, I don't know how to do this. I should have just asked you because I was like, it'll
Yeah.
be hot, it'll be itchy, right? I did all of those things. But we'll see. I mean, it sounds freeing.
Yeah, that's a good, yeah. When I shared my story online, definitely freeing was the good word because I even shared the picture of me with my bald head, and I
Yeah.
got so I didn't get a single negative comment.
No, because you're surrounded by cool people who are good. I don't know who does that. I can't imagine writing a mean comment
I know.
ever.
I have trouble. I mean, I've made mistakes in the past, but like when I've
Mhm.
accidentally hurt someone's feelings, I feel bad.
Right.
So it's hard to imagine like intentionally doing it, especially with somebody who's not even doing anything wrong.
Right.
So it's yeah, the online community just it's but you know, half the time they're anonymous posters.
Mhm.
And that just says a lot, I feel.
Yeah, I forget. I wish I could find that meme. I haven't been able to find it since, but it's someone like, I hope you like this video of my dog, and someone else like, this dog is ugly, right? And it's just like showing the, like, here's a thing I thought was fun, and then someone's very mad about a thing
Yeah.
that,
Or they'll write who cares? And it's like,
right.
well, you took the time to write that. So
I do have to now go back to Colin Robinson, Energy Vampire. Have you ever
yeah.
watched What We Do in the Shadows?
No.
It's about vampires, but one of them is an energy vampire. And he gets his life force by like boring people or making them angry. So he goes in the office and he's like, working hard or hardly working. And people are like draining out.
One of the best ways to drain people's energy nowadays is via the internet. This woman is a astrophysicist. Actually, this is not how space works. Read a book. These are all different accounts that I have set up. The energy you get this way isn't quite as pure, but if you do enough of it, it'll fill you up. Shanghai sucked. Where was the Chinatown?
It's surprisingly simple to get total strangers completely furious with you.
You should get a life. When they call you a dumbass, you know you've got them. They called me a dumbass. There's some kind of human nerd who is telling people to ignore me. I mean, he's getting my accounts suspended left and right. This will not stand. I mean, he's stealing my food now. He just told people that I live in my mother's basement. Actually, I live in my own basement. Dumbass. Fire. Oh no, he's getting to me.
So I have to believe that those people are all just energy
Just like,
vampires.
yeah.
And I just don't need to interact.
Yeah.
So you win this part of the game. There's one more part.
Oh,
I sometimes feel like when there's the big chart of a bunch of stuff behind with a bunch of red lines, when you're trying to find a serial killer and you've got this thing, you're like, look, it's so obvious.
oh yeah, that and like that meme or something.
Yeah, like Charlie Day, like, there's no Pepe Sylvia. So this might
Yeah.
be very confusing to look at.
Okay.
This is my red line thing. It says learning to love wigs, and it's like a timeline. And then I put things that might have happened. And then I put empowering, surprising, or tough. So we can use all of these or none of them or whatever. But we can start with how it all started if you want. And you can kind of tell the story in order if this helps.
So it started. I was losing a lot of hair over a year, but I was on vacation in August of 2024, and I was losing like clumps, and I was getting like bald patches, and that's when I was like, okay, I should probably like when I go home order a wig.
Was that scary though? Were you like, oh no?
A little, well, losing the hair for sure, even though I know that it's not reflective usually of like an actual health issue, unless you're like losing it because you're on chemotherapy, obviously.
Right.
But it was upsetting, I would say, more than scary.
Hmm.
And then also like well, if I order a wig online, like is it gonna look good? Or are people just gonna think I'm like weird for wearing a wig when I'm not completely bald at this point in time? It made me very self-conscious, but I just kind of sucked it up and ordered one. I never did extensions because I was losing hair all over. I didn't really do scarves. I even didn't do hats at the time. I eventually did.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that choosing to order one would have fallen into the tough.
Ah,
the tough category you've got.
yeah.
The first public outing was actually like very like literally the very first public outing. We went into like a Harvey's restaurant to order food, and I got my first compliment right away. I had
Wow.
a long, yeah, I had like a longer wavy kind of reddish wig on, and I think a lot of people love red hair. And right away, the woman at the counter said, and I felt very self-conscious before, and she said, "Oh my goodness, I love your hair." So I guess the first public outing falls into the empowering and also surprising because because it was like the first time.
Did you know what to feel or think? Were you like, oh no, what do I do?
I almost I almost blurted out that it was a wig, but and I have done that since
Yeah.
sometimes, but I didn't. I just said thank you, and I just felt really. It made me feel like almost like validated.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay. Like I'm not a crazy person for wearing this. Like people like she likes my hair. It must look good enough, or she wouldn't have complimented it. It obviously doesn't look like a costume wig and everything.
And
Um,
that's a note for people too. You can give compliments and it can make someone's day and they can remember it later.
yeah. Seeing myself the first time probably falls into surprising because I was getting so used to seeing myself with very thin hair and like bald patches and whatever that all of a sudden having like a full head of hair on, I just assumed everyone would think it was a wig. Like even people who didn't know me, obviously people who knew me would know, but I even thought like this is too much hair. Like any wig is going to be too much hair. But again, from what I just told you, it turned out that wasn't the case. But that was surprising to see myself with an actual like proper proper mane. You said identity acceptance, joy. Very quickly, acceptance happened because of all the support I had from people and people thinking it was cool that I bought like, a long red wig and then like a shorter highlighted wig and then like, a medium length brown wig. And I could just, again, treating them like accessories. I remember one time I worked up the nerve. My head was bald and I posted a picture of myself in the pool on like a floaty without a hat or anything on. And I put like I'm nervous to share this, but I'm having a good day. And one of my friends messaged me later and she's like, it took me forever to figure out why you were nervous. She's like, because all I saw was like how happy you looked, and I was like, is it because she's in like a bathing suit? Is it because she's like and then she's like, it took me forever to think, oh, it's because she doesn't have hair or a hat on. So that
Speaks to
definitely
that
helped
person, right? Like, oh,
too.
I wonder
Yeah.
what's up. She looks great. She looks happy.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
So that stuff like that definitely helped with the acceptance and joy.
Yes.
That I think that falls into the surprising category though, that somebody would not even notice right away,
Right,
right?
because we're so focused on like, okay, I know what's different or what. Like
Yeah.
when people get a haircut and they come to work and nobody says anything, it's
Yeah.
kind of the opposite thing of like, I didn't notice. And for the person experiencing all of it, they're like, well, I notice all the time, and I thought you would notice, and you just don't.
Yeah. As for how it's going, I would say empowering. Like I'm trying to see if I can grow right now I don't have bald patches. But my hair is very thin. It's very, very short. So I either wear a thick headband to just cover the front is the thinnest part, and there's almost like lines
Hmm.
of bald. It's almost like there's a bunch of parts that are a bit too thick.
Yeah.
So I either wear like a headband to cover that and just have short hair, or I put a wig on. Um, but I'm just trying to see if I'm able to grow it a bit without losing a bunch right now, because sometimes alopecia goes in cycles,
Hmm.
and I feel like I'm in a cycle where it's a bit better. A few weeks ago, I thought I was entering, and I lost a handful in the shower, and I was like, no,
Not
but
again.
it was only the one time.
Okay.
So, but I have a good collection of wigs. Pretty much everyone in my life knows I wear them. People at even we have like a trailer at a campground, they know. Like they might see me with this on, they might see me with nothing and a hat on. Like it's been a very interesting experience to for me at least, with the people in my life, to actually find out how many people do not care. Like they're not they actually think like it's cool that I can just change my hair on a whim. They're not like, "Oh my God, I can't believe she's like blah 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 blah." Like
Right.
they think it's fun, or they'll be like, "Do you have one this color? Do you have?" I went to like a movie with a friend and she was like, "Yo, you need to wear a blonde one to go with it, like this shirt you have." And so it's like you said, it's really become like an accessory and almost feels like a part of me now. So I'd
Yeah.
say it's going well, and yeah, it's given me a lot of confidence back, to be honest, because I was using like, my hair was always in a ponytail. It was so thin. I was using like powders to cover the bald patches and always worrying like, oh, if it rains, is it gonna,
Yeah.
run out? And I have this big bald patch here or whatever. Something really cool though, the other day, I was at the mall and a woman who had obviously a more severe form of alopecia, I could tell. It looked like she had a sort of shaved head that was growing out with a bunch of like coin-sized bald patches went over, and she was just rocking that bald head at the mall. And I thought, like, I love this. Like, I didn't
Yes.
have that confidence, but she has that confidence, and I don't know, I another validation thing, like that
Yeah.
people don't. And when I told my husband back a couple years ago that I was thinking of shaving my head, and because I started by wearing the wigs when I had some hair left, and I realized they were comfortable and everything. And I was nervous though what he'd think as a man with a wife, and he said, "Oh, I'll shave it for you."
That's
So I'm like,
beautiful.
okay, yeah, like he's like, I'll still love you. I'll shave it for you. Like, so
Yeah.
even he didn't care.
Right. Because
So
there's that thing wrapped up in like performing femininity, right? Oh, women have to have
yes,
long hair or whatever it is. And oh, if you have short hair, what does that say?
yeah,
Like, oh, you must be old or a lesbian or you play baseball or whatever. Like, it
yeah.
doesn't say anything. None of these things
No.
say anything.
And my kids are funny because the way my hair, because it curls a little bit, and then I'll be wearing like a sleep mask and I just kind of put it on my head like a headband when I get up. And so the little bit of curly hair I have is all like this. And they call me Albert Einstein. So it's not really bugging them either.
That's funny. I just saw one person's wig that I thought was amazing, and I wanted to see if you'd seen it before. Let me find my link. It's on TikTok, and I don't know how TikTok is, but look at this wig.
Woo! It's entirely possible. It's possible that one might be hot and itchy. The brown one you're talking about,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes. This is Trixie
The
Mattel.
pink one, I actually I wish I could nail that pinky peach color, but but
Yeah,
no, the brown one, that one might be hot. I'm gonna go on a limb and say I think it got bigger.
I know. I think it's growing. It goes all the way to the floor, and I can't
It's like a
imagine the
chia
neck
pet.
strength that you need to be able to navigate this.
I know. Yeah, I don't think I could do that now.
Ah,
The pink
amazing.
one, maybe. Well, no.
Well, yeah, in the pink, that's Trixie Mattel. She's a drag queen. He's bald, the guy,
Oh,
and
okay.
he said those wigs are like 7 wigs put together, right? Like stitches them together or
Oh,
whatever.
so much hair and stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
love it
amazing.
though. I do have a pink wig. I tend to wear it around either Breast Cancer Awareness Month or
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Oh,
But
see?
I actually think it's a pretty good color for my head, so I should probably wear it more.
Yes.
Just show up random places in a pink wig.
Amazing. Just like Moira. You gotta have your inner
Yeah,
Moira coming
exactly.
out.
Like I said, she helped break some of I think the stereotypes I had about myself down.
Yes.
One of the first wigs I got, I named Moira, actually.
Oh yeah, because she names them. I'm gonna put a link to. There's a video I saw that's all of her wigs, every Moira wig, and the first scene is her like, "Don't put Cynthia with Matthew. They hate each other."
Wait, 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 wait. My babies.
No, your kids aren't here.
My girls.
What girls?
My girls.
Oh.
Lorna, second from the left.
Okay.
If she takes on smoke, she'll never recover.
Hey, this one.
And Cindy. Cindy below her. And Cindy, I just gave her a blowout.
I love it so much. And the other
Yeah, for
Schitt's
sure.
Creek thing that you're reminding me of is when I think it's Alexis talking to David. She says they're not thinking about you the way that you're thinking about you, right? Like they
Yes,
didn't
very
even
true.
notice you don't have hair in this picture.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
love
Oh
it.
wow, Alexis said something smart.
I know that's her moment. She
Yeah.
had her a little bit Alexis moment. So we wind down on words about stuff with a bit of introspection. What's been working for you lately, Brenna?
Well, I haven't been able to really do it the last couple weeks, but what's working for me in general is to make sure my calendar isn't too full.
Mm.
I work very well when I have 1 or 2 days of the week when there's almost nothing on my calendar, and like I need like a reset day or two during the week. And I'm not afraid to admit that I go to therapy. It was something suggested by my therapist too, because I'll get go, but I crash very easily. So that just the last couple weeks have been very busy, but in general, I really try to schedule at least one day of the like Monday to Friday week where I just don't have plans. Now, that doesn't mean if I wake up in a good energetic mood that I can't then make plans, but I just don't have anything on my calendar or on my plate to maybe give me anxiety or make me think like, oh, I'm so tired. So I've been like, even last week that was a bit busy, I tried to take chunks of days that were a little more down. I think rest is important and something that, our society is very, it seems to applaud people who are go, super busy, but then they crash out or they burn out. And I think it's okay to admit that we need rest sometimes.
That's so funny because my husband, he has ADHD and he'll say like, I need a day off in the middle of the week. And it's such a foreign idea to me because I'm like, well, I need to be productive all the time, which I'm trying to unlearn. Also, big proponent of therapy. Important.
You sound more like my sister. She thrives more on being busy. I'm not like that.
But I think it's not good. I think I should thrive on it in this section and then rest because I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I can go and then I'm like, oh my God, I need to sleep for 12 hours right now.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? You eventually hit an end point.
And it gets shorter and shorter, right? I was able to do it for like 11 years of working for other people or whatever. And now I'm like, it's a little hot and I had one too many sentences I had to write. I'm going to take a break.
Yep.
So that's amazing. I love that. And if someone wants to learn more about hair loss or wigs or feeling confident, where should they go? What should they do?
They should go to Chiquel's Facebook page. It's spelled Chiquel, and then it's called Chiquel's Neighborhood. The one who kind of runs the page, she is very knowledgeable. She posts videos. You can also find Chiquel on Instagram. There's a lot of knowledge. She even does like unboxings of new wigs to see like, this is what the picture looks like. This is what the wig actually looks like right out of the box. Here's something you could do if you don't like how it looks, but you want to tweak it a bit. I would recommend. They're a Canadian company, but they do also, I know, sell in the USA, and I think Australia is another big one for them. That's been actually my biggest resource, was just that company, because the woman who kind of runs the media is very good about telling people, and she'll show all different colors on herself. She's around my age. She'll show blondes, browns, reds, but she'll show grays. She'll show pixie cuts. She'll show long, and they even do virtual consultations. So if you don't live anywhere near one of their physical locations, you can do a virtual consult if you were looking to buy a wig.
That's so cool. I would never find these places if you guys didn't tell me about them. I love finding little places in the internet where people are helping each other and supporting each other. That's great. Yeah. And if someone wants more Brenna, check out her Instagram at Brenna Clark 007. Spell it out like James Bond. BRENNA CLARA 007 Instagram.
This has been actually a lot of fun. I was a little bit nervous, but I'm very, very glad that you asked me. This has just been, it's been a blast.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you for having me, Amy.
Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. I know it's a huge ask for people to be on video and talk, and the things that they love, and figuring out the things they love is hard. All of it's hard, and you did it.
Yeah, they're checked off of challenging myself about things that make me nervous. There we go.
You rode a horse and you came on the podcast.
Yeah, there we go.
And that's really all you need in life.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
We end every episode with an exceptional outro that I haven't thought of yet. Until then, we're stealing. You just fold it in.
Fold it in.
A quarter cup at a time. A thin stream. It's supposed to be a thin stream. Blend it really well. Or you'll burn it. Taylor, that's not right.
Okay, well, that's because I'm ladling and stirring at the same time and you're just standing there.
Now's not the time to lose focus, darling.
This was your idea. You're the one who allegedly made the enchiladas.
Yes, so try to keep up. Okay, next. Now's the time to sprinkle in the chili pepper flakes.
We've already done that.
What number are we on?
Oh my God, is this not your mother's recipe?
Yes, and now I'm passing it on to you. So try to keep up. Next step is to fold in the cheese.
What does that mean? What does fold in the cheese mean?
He folds it in.
I understand that, but how do you fold it? Do you fold it in half like a piece of paper and drop it in the pot, or what do you do?
David, I cannot show you everything.
Okay, well, can you show me one thing?
Here's what you do. You just fold it in.
Okay, I don't know how to fold broken cheese like that.
And I don't know how to be any clearer. You take that thing that's in your hand, and you...
If you say fold in one more time...
It says fold it in!
This is your recipe! You fold in the cheese then!
Don't you dare!
You fold it in!
David! Oh, good. Now I see bubbles.
The fold in though makes me laugh because they had no clue what they were doing, and that's kind of how I feel about life. Like, when am I gonna figure out how to fold in the cheese? Like, when am I gonna figure out I know what I'm doing?
And as the incomparable Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek always says, one day you will look at those photos with much kinder eyes and say, "Dear God, I was a beautiful thing."
Yes, perfect.
Great
I
job.
love that.